We picked up that order at Sawa Japanese Steakhouse. It's in Boardman, Ohio, in the Southern Park Mall. And now we're gonna go do the drop off. It looks like it's gonna take us through the city, so that's good. We'll be able to get to see Market Street in Youngstown. So that'll be kind of cool. And get to see how it looks from transition from Boardman to Market Street out here. Southern Park, the mall, and then still in the parking lot of Southern Park Mall. This is the JCPenney store here to my left. I used to shop there many school year, summers, Christmases. That was like my grandma's favorite spot when I was a kid, JCPenney's. Market Street through Youngstown. So we're in Boardman. When you're leaving Boardman, headed towards Youngstown down Market Street, the first area we'll enter is the south side of Youngstown. The south side is an area that it's had its fair share of issues, you know, over the years. It's the 80s hit it real hard, in the 90s, and the early 2000s it started to take a turn, but a lot of the population in the city of Youngstown definitely left during mid and late 2000s. So like I said, you'll definitely notice the difference from the area we were riding in out in Boardman, and some of my first videos to the area we're riding in through Youngstown. You'll definitely be able to tell the different, how much different it looks once you actually get to the city. Like I said, I do a lot of night driving, so I prefer the evening hours. Right now, like I said, you got real light traffic. Traffic here isn't terrible most times. Out on 224, it gets really bad, but Market Street is fairly decent most days of the week and most hours of the day. It isn't super crazy. Market Street back towards the south side. This is all still would be all considered Boardman here. Still, once we come off of 224 down past the Mercy Health. As we get further down, I'll let you know where that line is, where it really changes over from Boardman Street. There isn't a ton of restaurants and shopping centers and different things like that along Market Street. My parents tell me back in the day it was a lot more vibrant down in this area. It was when we cross over into Youngstown, we'll be in an area that used to be called Uptown, and it was a ton of bars, restaurants, movie theaters, hotels back in the 60s and the 70s, and a lot of those were either torn down or went out of business or turned into, something else at the time. Midlothian is what we just crossed, the name of this road. I think that's what pretty much separate Youngstown from Boardman. Now, this whole side that we're in now, this would be all considered Youngstown. Like I say, you can tell it's a lot different. You don't see as many big name stores or restaurants. Pretty much it isn't any stores or restaurants in this area. They had a chess club that opened up over here a while back. It don't seem to do huge, but hopefully a lot of more people start using it. You have things like AutoZone, these gas station, gas marks, gas stations or whatever. Shell, a lot of off-brand Shell gas stations. A lot of old buildings that people repurpose and use for different other things. It's a lot less going on here than out in Boardman. See corner stores. A lot of people close early now. We used to stay open later, but I think with the population change, it just didn't benefit a lot of places to stay open really, really late anymore. And this is, let's say, the south side of Youngstown. So it's got a bad rep in the past, but now it's a pretty calm area. It ain't nothing like it was in the 80s, 90s, or the early 2000s. It's really quieted down. The building in front of us, Mahoney County Southside Annex, that's where you used to get your new title for your car or new voter registration, but they moved all of that down closer towards downtown by the old Southside Hospital. So that's not there anymore. So we'll be moving on along through the south side. And like I said, you can see it's a lot less businesses down here. Like I said, it's a lot of area that could be invested in to make, like I said, outside investors or people from the city who really want to invest in something. It's a lot of open land here that, is just ripe for the picking pretty much, because all the businesses that were here that are gone. Even when I was a kid, it was like a business on every one of these corners. And now you see it's a lot more empty lots and different things like that. Ain't a ton of businesses over here no more. And we're headed to the south side toward downtown Youngstown right now. So this is the main strip coming through the south side of Youngstown, Market Street. We usually set up over here. My wife set up on this road. We like to, do things for the city because it's so little here. So we try to set up in the city to give people who may not have access or opportunity to get to, quality grocery stores or get quality food or even the gifts, because she does a lot of gifts for different holidays. And we try to, do it right here in the city so people can, take advantage of it. During the summer, we give away free hot dogs, sometimes free dinners to the community. So it's we're just trying to do whatever we can to give back. That used to be a library over here to the right. Now it's CCA. CCA has taken over quite a few lots down through here. That's like a corrections, I guess. Criminal Corrections Association or something like that is called CCA, but that and the drug rehabs have like really taken over a lot of the properties along this road and other places. They said after the crack epidemic, the opioid epidemic hit, and this is pretty much what the city was left with. But here we're almost downtown from Market Street, so see about how long it takes to get from Boardman to downtown Youngstown. Redone it a couple of times and fixed it up. This is a new courthouse, federal court building, and then we have another federal court building right on the other side of this downtown area. I think we're gonna cross and go past it up this hill. So this side is called Market Street. When we get to the other side, it will be Wick Avenue. This is the area where the bank blew up, the Chase Bank blew up a few months back. It's gone, it's no longer there. We got the empty lot. I don't know what they're gonna put there next. That building you see is the Doubletree Hotel. That's the first hotel we had in Youngstown since I've been alive. I think we have Rinky Dink Motel called the Wee Motel on the east side of Youngstown when I was a kid, but this is the first hotel we've had in the city of Youngstown in over 40 years. So kind of cool. It's a little pricey, but if you want to be downtown, then you know that would be probably the best place to stay. The double tree, and like you said, they got a few bars and restaurants down here that are usually open on the weekends. Like I said, it isn't a ton of nightlife here, but they're definitely working on bringing different bars and restaurants back to the downtown area. The college campus YSU is near here, and that's, you know, it's a pretty big deal. They've been getting a lot more enrollment here over the past few years, so they built it up quite a bit. Try to, you know, turn it around a little. Alright, we're gonna pull up here. This is where our drop off is, I believe. At these apartments, I believe. I'll pull up here and see. This is one of the dorm apartments, college apartments. Alright, we're gonna try to get the people down here. Let them know we're here so we can deliver this food. Yes, sir. Like I said, we're gonna be in a parking lot, so we're gonna go around the corner and see if we can get to this parking lot. This is the area, yeah, Chauffin, our library over here. This is a senior citizen complex that you see right over there. It's the left of us. Let's see where this parking lot is. They're gonna find me back here. Let's see. Person is gonna come out here and meet us.
Calls may be monitored and recorded by DoorDash and service providers remotely.
Joe? Alright, so we found it. It's been delivered. Shipping is decent for what it's worth. It's a tiny parking lot back here. Yeah, so like I said, this is the senior area over here in front of us. cool spot. They remodeled this. And looks great, man. Like I say, it's a nice looking city. Ain't too bad. I'm gonna try to head back over here towards Boardman. Yeah, we do have an Insomnia Cookies downtown now. Guess that's kind of a cool thing. I'm gonna take y'all around Federal, so we're gonna make this right first. Alright, this road, they did actually turn that big building to the right into an apartment building now. This is like a little common area. We got a couple of bars and restaurants over here. Back alley, like hookah type bar over here. The big building you see off in the distance ahead, that is the county jail in Youngstown. Right next to the college campus and right next to the Greyhound bus station. I'll take you around. That is the bus station over there to the right. This to the left is the Dior. This is like a concert and event venue. They used to have a bunch of comedy shows and different stuff like that we have down here. You don't get too many comedy shows and stuff now, but it was the Dior is cool little spot. I guess it's been here since early times of Youngstown when the Warner Brothers were here and they owned movie theaters and the beginning of, that era of movies and everything. So this is the Strip. This is West Federal. Like I said, I know they're trying to bring more bars and restaurants down here so people got things to do when they come, but this is pretty much the strip in our little downtown we got here. We got a couple bars on the street, convenience stores, restaurants, apartments. A lot of these buildings down here now are apartments. They turned a lot of them into apartments. So I know they're trying to bring people back to the city that were here before. Let me make this light. That's pretty much us crossing back across Market Street when we came down to go to downtown. Now I'm gonna take y'all up South Avenue. Ahead of us is the Penguin Brewery. They opened up this brewery a few some odd years back. I guess it was a couple. They always wanted to have a beer company. I think they were from the Youngstown area, so that was their idea, and they opened it up, and it does pretty good. They get a nice crowd over there. They serve Penguin beer. It's called Penguin beer. So that's a cool little place downtown right there in front of us. But we're gonna make this right now. See the other part of another half of the south side. Going up South Avenue. That was AC's Liquor in front of us too there. That's a liquor store. It used to be a bank. And before that, at one point it was actually just a mound in the shape of a pyramid of dirt. I don't know what it was called then, but at some point they turned it into a bank, and then after the bank closed, it sat empty for years, and then the liquor store bought it. So it's a liquor store now. Heading up South Avenue now. This is still south side of Youngstown. It's just another side to it. South side of Youngstown. We're coming up, I guess, a city block east of Market Street. And this area, like I say, it was somewhat like Market Street, even though Market Street was the main strip. This area had a lot of bars, restaurants, little motels, different things like that over here. Back in the day when my parents were coming up, but so a lot of that stuff just with the money leaving the city and the jobs leaving the city, the business either shut down or left the city too. South Avenue either. It's sort of like Market Street, crossing over the bridge to 680 now. That freeway takes you back out to Boardman and towards Columbiana County. More of these Shell gas stations. And we got some a union over here, electrical union. They've been there quite a long time. A little bar to the left that you see called the Local Celebrity. It's, for what it's worth, people hang out there. A lot of these other places have just, like I say, been shut down or out of business. The south side, like I said, they took a hit. But, like I say, it's a quiet place now. Even though it isn't much to do in the city, it's a lot quieter than it was, a lot safer than it was, so it's actually nice to be here now. Slow pace around here. Even the people in a hurry to go slow. I guess you could call it that. This little corner here, they have bar usually gets a nice crowd on the weekend, but it's for younger people, in their early 20s, and anybody welcome, but it definitely, if you don't like hanging out with the 20-something crowd, then that ain't really the spot to kick it in. Like I say, we coming up towards Midlothian again, and I'll show you where we cross over and it turns back into Boardman once you cross Midlothian. Considered the south side of Youngstown, all of this area. Dollar Tree, McDonald's, that kind of stuff. Crossed over, this will be considered Boardman again. So we'll be back in Boardman, and then we'll be coming down South Avenue again, and you'll notice after we get to Boardman where it's more of the restaurants, Walmart, and all that stuff that we passed earlier. Almost back in Boardman. Still got up there Christmas decorations. Too cold to take them down right now. We still got ours up too. They took them down. They took weather break. A little bit of traffic here. Usually they like this in the evening, especially on a Sunday night. So that means somebody up here clowning in traffic, trying to be a leader of the pack instead of getting out the dang way. Get up here to where we were by Matthews Road, and like I say, Walmart and Sam's Club, and a little Vietnamese restaurant and plaza and all of that stuff we were talking about earlier. That's typically about how long it'll take you to, make the loop from Youngstown back to Boardman. This is Matthews Road. Staging area. See if we can get another good dash. The next hour and a half, and that'll be a wrap for the night. Like I said, it ain't crazy busy today, so I ain't gonna stay out too long with it. And the trips ain't been real good either. Mediocre at best. Sunday night, dashing with your boy Dan, you know. We out here back past Storm Crab. You see this more lit up. You know, we back in Boardman again. This is where most of the restaurants and stuff is, so since they compacted it all in one area, it makes it more beneficial to come out here to DoorDash. Because you get, you know, a better chance of getting good trips when you're around more restaurants. We have some excellent restaurants in the city of Youngstown, right in town, but it's not a ton of them in one centralized area, so it's different. This Big Lots is going out of business. It's closing too. I think all of the big lots in Ohio are closing now. Maybe everywhere nationwide, I ain't sure, but I know ours are going out of business here. So this is another area I like to stage in, and it's across from another shopping plaza. Quite a bit of stuff over there too. Same way. Pause it for a minute now. If we get another good trip while put y'all back on so we can see what's out here. Alright, in a minute, y'all.